Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Daniela and today we'll continue with Alter Carbon. This time the third episode of the first season. In the last episode, Kovac is continuing with finding out who killed Bancroft, but there are also other people killed, or at least, the slave. There was Mary Lou that I'm guessing she was thrown out of car. And Lizzie, she was beaten outside of the club she worked, but they didn't um, destroy their sack. So I don't know what's going on. I think there is a connection between Mary Lou and Lizzie, but I don't think the one that killed Bancroft also, destroyed their sleeve. There is also someone following Kovac. And again, I don't know why. It is because, he's an envoy or because he's working for Bancroft. I think it's because he's an envoy and he was supposed, to stay dead. Um, I think someone was like, you shouldn't have come back. So I'm guessing it's personal. But we'll see. Anyway, as usual, I got something to drink. The episode is ready to start, so without further ado, let's do this.
But no matter how far we venture into the unknown, the worst monsters are those we bring with us.
Once there was a cruel father who had two kids. He was called Mad Mikola.
He was a miller, but he made the kids do all of the work.
Mikola found them lying on the floor, and he threw them both into the mill.
You know what your problem is. You don't know how to be appreciative for what you have.
I'm sorry, Jacob. I am so lucky.
We stick together, Ray. Never face the monsters alone.
Miriam Bancroft was not the only one in attendance last night.
Oh.
The room's privacy settings were
Found out.
compromised. To be vulgar, I was hacked. I have no explanation how this drone eluded my security protocols, but it did acquire footage.
I'm not strolling into that dinner party with a bullseye on my forehead.
I would gladly accompany you if I could, but alas, I cannot be elsewhere.
What do you mean?
My neural network is part of the building itself.
What kind of virtual protocols do you have on tap?
A veritable cornucopia, ranging from...
Psychosurgery therapeutics?
I've never sought that specific license, but I can.
How long would that take?
Done. For you to be the patient? No.
Lizzie. So, Elliot can help him.
That's a job for uni.
You've been specially requested. It's an honor.
Thank you, Captain.
I don't think Bancroft sees it as an honor. He called her because maybe he thinks she killed him. Oh, wow. Those houses are on the bridge. What? Houses. What is containers?
She needs psychosurgery.
Who's gonna pay for that?
I'll just put it on the Bancroft tab.
I'm not taking anything from that fuck.
It's your
I don't
daughter.
think he did it. He's into consensual death. He replaces the sleeves he kills.
It's fucked up. You don't care about Lizzie.
Of course he doesn't care. He needs you to
I
help
take
him.
this personally, but I don't care about anyone.
Who's this? I'm his partner.
No,
I'm his esteemed colleague.
still no.
I am the proprietor of the hotel.
He is the hotel. This is Poe.
Your faith in me is not misplaced, sir.
If it is, I will personally reduce this place to a smoking pile of rubble, and you along with it.
She fell out of the sky from nowhere, which is impossible. So, she must have been tossed out of an air car.
Still not your case. Why do you have a picture of Chief Justice Erdogan on your monitor?
Because she's gonna be at Bancroft's tonight, along with all these other mess. guest list.
Why would she have a reason to kill Bancroft? That's a baby metal.
Match. What kind of schizophrenic name is that?
Slavic, Japanese.
Yes.
Case of my
Karate.
parents, a match made in hell. Put the gun down.
You two are sweet. Stay down.
And that's cool.
That's why. Could have skewered me like a kebab. Twice.
I'll take it.
The slave is a tool. It does not control me. I control it. Whatever world you needle cast into, build a pack. Find ways to inspire loyalty in a few capable locals, even if many of them will ultimately be expendable.
They took Mommy away because she stole stars from the sky. They ripped her soul out through her eyes and froze it. Now she just spins around and around. It turns her into frost. She has icicles in her hair.
She's talking about her mother being a hacker and stealing memories from mass.
I like your idea of fashion. Or is this your something unique?
Something unique what?
Lawrence asked everyone to bring something utterly unique tonight, didn't he tell you?
The theme party? What is he, 12?
I assume he has ulterior motives.
Fighting licenses?
With
Sir, you
fighting.
have to lose the ring.
My sleeve got killed in the last bout. This one's got bigger hands.
For these guys.
They fight to the sleeve death. The winner gets an upgraded combat sleeve, the loser gets a downgraded one, and they're married.
We have kids. Do you want to see a picture?
Was it you go home to your kids as strangers?
No, they're used to it.
How old are they?
5 and 7.
Too young.
I have never taken a single life. Unlike you, I have a line that I am very careful not to cross.
Maybe he pulled the trigger.
Isaac, I only wish he had the balls. Often wonder where I went wrong with that one. Gave him every advantage.
Except one. There's a natural order to birth and death. Boy changing to a man. You interrupted it. So if you're a god, then what the hell do you need me for?
Every deity has minions. Observe, absorb, find what others have missed.
It's here too.
Wood, I want you to scan someone for me. The guy I'm looking at wasn't on the invite list.
I don't see anybody.
Wait, what? Who's using her sleeve?
Who are you?
You know who I am.
Definitely not Miriam.
I have no idea what you mean.
What's my name?
Naomi. The 12th daughter.
The gun that killed your father was locked in a bio-coded safe that only he or your mother could open.
Mm-hmm.
Or a kid. Wearing her mother's sleeve.
I'm not a kid. I'm 67 years old. And secondly, if my father dies, like real death dies, family gets nothing. It's written into his will.
They tell us it's illegal to download the human mind into anything but the human body. But I say fuck that. So meet Janus, a rapist and a murderer who was scheduled for erasure when I plucked him from the shredder and I offered him a place by my side.
I mean, it's fucked up, but I don't feel sorry for him.
Turns out you go quite mad.
No shit.
I tried re-sleeving him once and he just lay on the ground and writhed.
I offer you something more rare than any of you can possibly imagine.
An envoy.
Something no one owns in the entire protectorate but me. I give you the last envoy. Takeshi Kovac.
Isn't that great?
Take him out. I'll upgrade you both.
He said he doesn't care about anyone, but he cared enough to, you know, get between them. Maybe because it reminded him of his father and mother fighting. They're a married couple after all, with kids.
BCPD, give me that weapon.
And now they are both gonna fall, or both, all three of them. No one is gonna get a new sleeve, and he is injured.
Nobody died. We get nothing. I can't even afford to fix him.
experience cannot possibly encompass what it is to love another person for over 100 years. You achieve something close to veneration.
So you love your wife too much to fuck her?
I certainly love my wife too much to let you fuck her.
She doesn't seem okay. She is definitely not okay. She has something in her hand. It's a trap.
They made me do it.
Stop! Michael! Damn. Behavior? What? It's like a psychic institution.
We stick together, right? Never face the monsters alone.
Oh my god, I am so happy right now. So that was a thing. Kovac was captured and put into a psychic hospital or something. That guy wasn't following him for nothing. Thing with the monster, you know, over his face, the monster that they were talking in the beginning. And I mean, that monster was created by someone else. It had a master. So thinking it's someone else involved in this way bigger than those two. Even Kristen thinks it's there's something strange about how Mary Lou died and maybe why she died. Apparently it wasn't a close case or isn't a close case yet, so that's suspicious. Nothing new came from, you know, her going to that party, so guess I have to wait to find out what happened to her and to Lizzie. Lizzie, now she's kind of receiving treatment from Poe. He started by, you know, I think making her feel more comfortable and not having to relive that, you know, memory or stay in that state. She did talk. She was talking about, you know, her mother stealing stars from the sky and they took her soul through her eyes or something like that, and now she's spinning on ice. And again, I'm guessing it's, you know, her being a hacker did something that shouldn't and got caught, and you know. But it might be something completely different, but from now that's what I'm thinking, because you know, her mother was a hacker and they were talking about people stealing memories from meths. So also a new thing that I realized about sleeves. I mean, it wasn't new from this episode because Kovac mentioned in the last episode, but I didn't cut it. The problem with sleeves and changing them is not that you just get mad because, you know, you are on a different sleeve every time, but you also get the kind of habits that the previous sleeve had. And he says something that, you know, it's not that he wants to smoke, but the previous one smoked, and it's that nicotine craving. So that's why he smokes now. But that thing with the snake, it's pretty interesting. And I mean, it's fucked up to do. I'm not feeling sorry for the guy that is in the snake. He wasn't a good person. But also, apparently, you know, after staying in that snake and being a snake, pretty much. He lost the ability to be a human. She was saying like she was like just laying around. I mean, who is used to be an animal? No one. And suddenly waking up in, I don't know, a snake, illegal kind of. But they could do it because fuck it, the law doesn't apply to them. And it's the same thing about rich people that they can do everything they want without consequences. They even have like slave battles to the death. And in the beginning I found it like really strange. Why would that would be something that they do? But then I remember like that those things happened in real life. Like they were battles to the death for the amusement of others. At least here they get a new sleeve. If they die, I mean, if they lose, they get another sleeve nonetheless, so they don't remain in the ones that they have. But they get a weaker sleeve, and if you win, you are put in. I mean, of course, if you lose, you're gonna die and you need a sleeve, so forget that. But if you win, you get a better one, upgraded one. So it was that weird thing about not having relations with his wife because he respects her too much. But this other woman, fuck them. I mean, yeah, fuck them. Literally. But I find it weird, but maybe I'm the only one. But it's a bit misogynistic, but okay. Then the thing about, again, who killed him came up, and Kovac said that maybe it was your son. Bancroft doesn't think so. It's like, yeah, he's the last person that could do that because he it's not that he would never do that, but he doesn't have the balls to do that. And again, who knows? Maybe some issues with his family or something like that. Doesn't like the environment. I don't know. He doesn't like his dad. Every time in the same sleeve, not being able to grow old and die. I don't know. But if he did it, definitely doesn't care about anything. He hates his father so much that he's willing to do anything, even losing the money. There was that thing about if he dies, no one gets anything. I mean, if someone kills him, no one gets anything. Say fuck it. I'd rather be poor than live another day with you, something like that. Maybe it was some other kid of his because he has a lot of kids. So, but whoever it was, he knew a lot of things about Bancroft and how everything works, that he has backup on his memories and stuff like that, because they try to hack into his satellite. So I'm really curious what happened to Ray, Kovac's sister. She's somewhat dead. Why? What did she do? Was she also an envoy? Like, they said that we're gonna stay together and face the monsters together, so and also on what planet they were. Like in the beginning there were like 2 moons. It's a real planet. Like, I don't know, who has 2 moons? Mars? I think, Mars. Or it's just a made up planet. Really curious about that, but it looked really cool. Elliot managed to steal some footage, some data from the day Lizzie disappeared. I do think that, again, I don't think Bancroft did it. I can't wait to find more about envoys. Every episode you get a little thing about them, but I want to know the full story. This episode they were talking about like the control, mind over matter kind of a thing, Don't control the sleep doesn't control me, I control the sleep. The mind is always stronger, and that kind of like the power is in numbers. Get a pack, make them trust you, and then use them pretty much. And if someone dies, it happens. I think this is all I have to say about this episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. We'll see you next time. Bye.